Hey, what's up YouTube? This is We All Juggle Knives with another Multi-Tool Monday. This tool right here is the Victorinox Swisstool X. I've had this for at least 2 years, probably longer. Here's the pouch that it comes with. There's the belt loop. It's got a little Victorinox crest. That's pretty cool. It's got a snap closure. Now the Swisstool X is in the extra large category, size category of multi-tools. Here's a size comparison with the Leatherman Supertool, then the Surge, then the Victorinox, then two Gerbers, the Center Drive, and the Diesel. So these are all the XL size multi-tools that are going to be around 4.5 inches, some of them a little bit longer. Here's a size comparison between the Swisstool X on the left and the Swisstool Spirit X on the right. As you can see, the Spirit line, it's a little shorter. They're around 4 inches. And one thing I did notice, my Spirit X had a little bit, well, noticeably better fit and finish. It was just a little more well put together. Now the longer tools on this Swisstool X are the scissors, the metal file, the wood saw, and a plain-edged blade. Now there are 3 models of this Swisstool. Right, the Swisstool X is the one with the scissors. There's also what they just call the Swisstool, which replaces those scissors with a fully serrated blade. And last, there is what they call the Swisstool RS, which replaces the metal file with a fully serrated blade, and it's like a curving blade that's a rescue cutter. Now the Swisstool, the one without the scissors, is actually a lot less expensive than the Swisstool X, which is this one. This one is about $105 on Amazon currently. I'll include a link. But if you get the one without the scissors, it's around $75. Yeah, this has one of the sharpest blades that you will find on a multi-tool. It's almost like the blade on a Swiss Army knife. Now the only major long tool that this lacks is a serrated blade, at least this model. Raises some interesting questions. A lot of multi-tools that only have one blade will give you a combo edge. But I kind of think combo edge is the worst of both worlds, so I'm glad they didn't do that. However, you could argue that it should be a serrated blade instead of this plain edge, because most people carry a separate folding knife, and 9 out of 10 of those people are going to carry a plain edge folding knife. So you could argue that a fully serrated blade on a multi-tool would be less redundancy with your EDC folder. And there's another way they could go. They could have left off all blades, right? No blades at all. Then you have to ask, what would they replace that plain edge blade with? Well, my vote is for a hacksaw, actually. Leatherman has a super tool, a version of their super tool that's an EOD model, and that has actually a hacksaw. Now here are the pliers on the Swisstool X. All right, and there's the wire cutters, but they're not removable, unlike on the Leatherman. These are all of the smaller tools. You have a can opener with a screwdriver, a bottle opener with a screwdriver. This is a chisel, and it has 2 cutting notches. You can strip wires. They call this a screwdriver crate opener. I guess you pry the crate open with it. Here's a small screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, and the punch awl. Now all the tools, except for the pliers, can be accessed when the multi-tool is closed. Right? They open from the outside, which is a good thing. However, they don't have one-handed opening. Right? It's a nail nick as your opener. And all of these tools lock in place. That's the lock right there. It goes up and down. You push it down to release it. Now if we compare the tool set to these Leathermans, you see the Supertool 300 has a reamer but no scissors, and the Leatherman Charge AL has the mini scissors but no reamer. So a lot of times Leatherman will make you choose, right? But the Victorinox has the scissors, the awl, and that chisel. But you see the Surge has scissors and an awl, right? So it's one reason people really like the Surge. It's not making you choose. But yeah, as far as having every tool, these are supposed to be a pocket tool chest. So those two Leathermans, you can see the danger of leaving off one or two tools, because then your competition can always say, hey, ours is more comprehensive of a toolbox. Now notice this multi-tool gives you 5 different screwdrivers, right? A lot of multi-tool companies, I should say, have gone over to a bit driver configuration instead of dedicated drivers. For example, on the Gerber center drive, obviously, and the Leatherman Charge, the Leatherman Surge. So the question is, are you missing out on something with the Victorinox because it has no bit driver? Should they switch to that bit driver model? But you're not missing out on too much, just because they give you 5 different sizes. Of course, with a bit driver, you can have Torx and Allen driver bits if you want. So, alright, you're missing out on that. Now, one huge problem for this Swisstool X is right here, and it's called the Leatherman Surge. I can tell you, at least in the USA, I can tell you the Leatherman Surge is at least 10 times more popular. From all the people I talk to, people I hear from, I would imagine the Victorinox is more popular in certain other countries than it is in the US. But I don't know. But who's buying that in the US? People who, for whatever reason, maybe they're Leatherman haters, maybe they got screwed over by a Leatherman at some point, or they're just huge fans of Victorinox. Alright, so let's do an honest comparison. How much better or worse is the Leatherman Surge than this Swisstool X? Well, the Leatherman Surge gives you one-handed opening of both blades, at least if you're using your right hand. Right, so that's clearly a benefit. Like I said, it's got the replaceable wire cutters. So that's another point to the Surge. The Surge has a fully serrated blade. The Victorinox does not. Now the Surge also has the bit driver, so you can get whatever bits that you need. The Surge also has the tool exchanger, which allows them to give you one more longer tool. And also, if your saw or your file wear out, you can just get brand new ones. So what does this Victorinox have over the Surge? Well, the knife blade is better. It's just sharper. I like the shape better. So the blade is better, and also just the fit and finish and construction, the smoothness and so forth, is a bit better on the Victorinox. So yeah, it's not a completely clean sweep for the Surge, but still, I believe the Surge compares very favorably to the Victorinox, and that's probably why the Surge has so many die-hard fans and supporters and satisfied users. Now, a bit of a more favorable comparison could be made to a Swisstool versus Leatherman Super Tool 300. Now this is the Swisstool X, right? The Swisstool is like this, but it has no scissors, and it has a serrated blade instead. And that would compare very favorably to the Super Tool 300, which also has no scissors, and they're around the same price. The scissorless model of this, around $75 on Amazon currently. I believe this Super Tool was a little more expensive just because the black oxide coating. So around the same price, and both have no scissors, right? And both of them do not have one-handed opening, right? But the Victorinox tools open from the outside, whereas the Super Tool 300 from the inside. So final conclusions about this Swisstool X. Well, the strengths of it are the fit and finish, general, quality, someone actually cared type of thing, and the comprehensiveness of its tool set. It pretty much has every single tool you could think of, with the exception of a serrated blade. You would think, you know, they should just find a way to put a serrated blade on here. Maybe like a small little one. Victorinox serrations are so good that this is the only time you'll ever hear me say that they should put a small serrated blade on a multi-tool, because Victorinox serrations are A+. Should you buy the Swisstool X? Like I said, it's got some problems competing with the Surge. It also has some problems competing with the Spirit X, right? Their shorter line. Let me put it this way. If you buy this, you're never going to be like, oh, damn, I have a Swisstool. I made a mistake. You're never going to say that, okay? Once you have it, I mean, it's a high-quality tool. You could put it to good use. I wouldn't really fault you for buying it, but at the same time, it's not a must-have. Like, if you're a gear nut, gadget nut, it's still not a must-have. I think that's what I've been trying to express. Alright, YouTube, well, I hope that was a fair and balanced overview. You can weigh in on whatever your favorite multi-tools are. I will include links to this and the other models, so check out those links. Please use those links if you can. They do support the channel, and they keep Multi-Tool Monday, you know, happening every Monday. Alright, YouTube, this has been We All Juggle Knives, and apparently multi-tools. I'm out.